Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The security guard's touch. The moment I heard my husband's voice echo from the intercom. Cold, clipped, and trembling with barely contained rage. I knew everything was over. Check the camera feed, Miriam. Channel 4. My heart stuttered. The mug of coffee in my hand trembled, spilling across the counter. My breath came shallow, uneven. I pressed the remote, my fingers numb, and there it was, grainy footage of me from 2 nights ago. My body, wrapped in the arms of the building's night security guard, Arif, his hand on my cheek, his lips tracing my jaw. My eyes closed, surrendering. My husband, Imran, didn't need to say another word. The silence from the speaker burned worse than any scream could. 17 years of marriage had dulled everything between us. Our home, once filled with laughter and plans, had become an echoing museum of things unsaid. Imran buried himself in his business. Early mornings, late nights, the endless pursuit of money. And I became a shadow, tending to our teenage son, keeping the home running, smiling for the sake of habit. Loneliness crept in quietly, like fog. I met Arif during one of those restless nights when sleep refused to come. The hum of the elevator, the dim glow of the lobby lights, it all felt oddly safe. Arif was stationed by the front doors, sipping tea, his face kind beneath the harsh fluorescent glow. He wasn't handsome in the traditional sense, but there was something disarmingly gentle about him. He noticed things. "Madam, you've been walking this late often. Everything all right?" he asked once. His concern disarmed me. No one had asked me that in years. "Yes," I lied, forcing a smile. "Just can't sleep." But he didn't look away. "Sometimes it helps to talk." That was how it began. Small conversations at midnight. A cup of tea shared. Laughter in whispers so the security cameras wouldn't pick it up. I told him things I hadn't told anyone. How invisible I felt in my own home. How my husband didn't touch me anymore. How I sometimes forgot what it felt like to be wanted. He listened. Really listened. And one night, when my tears wouldn't stop, he reached out, his hand brushing my cheek. And for the first time in years, I didn't pull away. Even after what I saw on the CCTV, I couldn't bring myself to regret it completely. That's the worst part. The shame wasn't pure. It was tangled with the desperate memory of feeling alive again. When Imran came home that night, I was sitting on the sofa, trembling, waiting for the storm. He didn't shout. That almost made it worse. He placed the laptop on the table, turned it toward me, and pressed play. The video rolled again, flickering between the shadows of the lobby. His voice broke the silence. "How long?" I couldn't meet his eyes. "A few weeks." He nodded slowly, the muscles in his jaw tightening. "Weeks." There was a pause so long it felt like the world had stopped breathing. Then, quietly, "You humiliated me, Miriam, in my own building, on my cameras." I swallowed hard, my throat raw. "It wasn't about humiliating you. I just needed something." His eyes flashed. "You needed something? You had a husband, a home, a family. What else did you need?" The words tore through me, but still some defiant part of me whispered, "Love." He leaned closer, his voice trembling now. "Do you love him?" That question broke me. "No," I whispered. But he made me feel like I existed. The slap didn't come. Neither did the scream. Instead, Imran just stood there, looking at me as if I were a stranger. Then he turned and walked out. The next morning, Arif was gone. The management said he'd resigned suddenly, without notice. I knew it was Imran's doing. Days bled into nights, and the silence between us became unbearable. He no longer looked at me. Meals passed wordlessly. Our son, sensing the tension, began spending nights at his friend's house. I tried to apologize once, twice, 10 times, but he wouldn't listen. "You destroyed something that can't be repaired," he told me one evening, not even looking up from his phone. "Do you know what it's like to see your wife with another man? To watch it on a screen over and over, wondering where you failed?" I didn't answer, because in truth I didn't know where either of us failed. Maybe it was in the years we stopped touching, stopped talking, stopped seeing each other. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was both of us. Weeks later, I found myself back in the lobby, staring at the same spot where Arif once sat. The chair was empty now, but I could still feel his warmth there, like a ghost of something forbidden. "Ma'am." The new guard's voice startled me. "Are you waiting for someone?" I shook my head quickly. "No, just remembering." I walked outside, the cold air biting my cheeks, and realized I'd become addicted not to Arif, but to what he represented. Attention, tenderness, the illusion that I still mattered. But illusions crumble. Always. That night, I found Imran in the living room, watching the CCTV feed again. My heart lurched. "Why do you keep watching it?" I asked quietly. His reply came like a whisper. "Because I don't recognize you there. I'm trying to understand who that woman is." Tears stung my eyes. "She was someone who needed you." He looked at me then, really looked, and for a fleeting moment, I saw something soften in his expression. "And now, I don't know who I am anymore," I said truthfully. "But I know what I did was wrong." He nodded slowly. "You broke something I can't fix. But maybe," his voice faltered, "maybe we can at least find out what's left." Months passed. Counseling. Silence. Small steps toward something resembling peace. But one morning, while cleaning the storage room, I found a USB drive hidden behind the modem. Curiosity, foolish, fatal curiosity, made me plug it in. It wasn't just the video of me and Arif. It was dozens of files, recordings of my husband meeting another woman in his office late at night. Intimate conversations. Laughter. Her hand brushing his. My blood turned to ice. So this was the twist I hadn't seen coming. I stared at the screen, tears blurring the image, as the realization sank in. He hadn't just caught me. He'd watched me while doing the same thing himself. The truth landed like a knife. We were both guilty, both broken, both pretending to be victims. That night, when he came home, I didn't confront him. I simply turned off the lights, left the house key on the counter, and walked out into the cold. I didn't go to Arif. I didn't go anywhere familiar. I just walked until dawn, feeling the weight of 17 years lift, leaving only quiet devastation behind. Because sometimes betrayal doesn't destroy you, it shows you who you've already become.